Hello everyone. This is the Talent Visa AI team. Today we are starting a series of videos on how to write your own case for the EB-1A or O-1A talent visa independently. We will try to tell you everything from beginning to end, how the entire case writing process is structured and how it is formatted. Basically, everything from the first word to the submission to USCIS. Today's topic is about how to write the cover letter and how to describe the section dedicated to your professional path and education in your professional field. Before we move on to the main part, I want to say that Talent Visa AI is a service and a knowledge base. We are passing on all our experience and the knowledge we have accumulated over more than 4 years of working on the cases of other applicants. Therefore, I hope that our experience will be useful and will resonate with you. Let's get started. To begin our writing, we need to go and register on the service and enter the personal account. The basic problems faced by specialists who are just starting to prepare their case, specifically the part dedicated to writing your case, are not knowing where to get a template, and if you find one, it's unclear if it suits you. There are a mass of problems that people who prepare a case on their own encounter on this path. That is why we have developed an optimal structure based on dozens of cases written by our team. They are suitable for business, science, art, education, and sports. Therefore, you can use them without fear that they differ in some way and so on. Well, in the end, you can rewrite any part in your own way. We give you a foundation so that you can just begin, start writing your case quickly, and meet optimal deadlines for its completion. Returning to writing our case, yes, we have entered the personal account. We have a separate section dedicated to training on writing petitions. Here you will find excerpts from RFEs regarding what should be contained not only in the evidence you provide for a particular criterion, but also what needs to be described in your petition. These are all excerpts from real requests for evidence, so you can safely rely on them. If you don't trust them, you can always look for this information additionally on the internet and see for yourself that it is indeed the case. Returning to our start page. Well, let's start creating the case. First, you will need to choose the visa type. Here we have 2 types of visas presented so far, EB-1A or O-1A USA. I will start with EB-1A and enter the first and last name as they appear in the passport. Keep in mind that the name and surname are indicated as they are in the international passport. Today I will be Ivan Ivanov. I will choose the field in which I work, business. I also indicate the specialization in English, legal tech, citizenship. I indicate the gender. I choose the criteria that I will prove within my case. I will choose awards, I will choose media publications, judging, and a leading or critical role. I believe these criteria will be quite sufficient. Another mandatory item that needs to be specified is the type of your future work plan in the USA. Here you can choose either a business plan or job vacancies. I will choose vacancies and save. So we see that our case has appeared. Let's move to the part dedicated to the actual writing process. We click on the Case button and we see the editor on the right side. On the left, there are mandatory parts that are always set by default, and there are parts that you can change, namely the content related to the criteria section. That is, you can add or remove a criterion that you changed your mind about claiming within your case. We see here the criteria we chose: awards, media, judging, leading critical role. Let's start, of course, with the cover letter. No documents need to be uploaded at this stage. You can simply click Create Draft and get a basic text. What is a cover letter? A cover letter is a declaration to the officer regarding who is filing this petition what type of petition it is, and what field you are a specialist in. And it also points out the criteria you will be proving to the officer within your case. Let's look at this cover letter and find out what it consists of. First is, of course, a nice heading. Here we can make it large like this, or a little smaller if you like. I'll choose a large heading. The corresponding creation date is indicated. It shows where your case is being sent, that's USCIS. Who the petitioner and beneficiary are. In this case, Ivan Ivanov, his citizenship is indicated. The type of petition, the form being filed, it's the I-140. Now let's look at the content of this cover letter, where it states that you are providing evidence in support of Mr. Ivan Ivanov. We recommend writing the petition in the third person, but it's not a fundamental issue. You can rewrite it in the first person, the petition of Ivan Ivanov, who claims to meet the corresponding EB-1A program for persons with extraordinary abilities, and that Ivan Ivanov possesses abilities in the field of business, especially in the field of legal tech. I would like to highlight this part. Next, we must indicate how many criteria Mr. Ivan Ivanov meets. I would highlight this part in bold, and the criteria we will be proving are listed. Here again, it's a matter of taste. You can edit it how you like. You can make some text bold, for example. I'll do it like this. I think it will look better. We have the main body of the text, which also states that Ivan Ivanov will continue to work and benefit the United States in points 3 and 4. Thus, we have formed the cover letter. Now let's think about how much time it would have taken you to write this cover letter on your own. Essentially, you would have had to find a draft, copy it, paste it into your Word document, edit the name and surname, think about translating the text, and so on. Here, you did it with literally 3 clicks of a button. We can move on to the next part, the professional path. Let's actually move to it. Just in case, I recommend clicking the Save button so that the text is saved. However, even if you created a draft and move on, it will still remain in that form. Nevertheless, if you are editing text, it's better to save. Let's go to the Professional Path section. I'll tell you what you need to describe here. Professional Path. We click the button, and here we choose a name. You can choose any name you like, just to make it easier for you to navigate. I'll call it My Way. I'll click Save. I have the opportunity to upload documents. Let's proceed to the upload. Let's click Upload Documents and add the resume here as indicated in the instructions. Career and Education. Ivanov's resume. We have uploaded the resume. I click the Generate button, and this will allow us to create our first exhibit, our first appendix to our case. I draw your attention to this. As you can see, there are 3 fields within one document. The first is the original, the second field is the translation into English, and the third is the translator's certificate. In the event that you, for example, attach a diploma for winning a competition and it has an English translation, you need to upload the original first, then upload the document translation and provide the translator's certificate. After that, click Generate. So, we uploaded the resume and formed our first exhibit. Let's click Finish Uploading because, in principle, you don't need anything else besides your resume to describe this block. We will analyze why in more detail now. Let's finish the upload. We see that Exhibit 1 has appeared. This is the CV of Ivan Ivanov, Legal Tech Specialist. I always recommend double-checking that all documents you uploaded in the Upload Documents block have indeed been uploaded and assigned correct names. What is a professional path and what does it consist of? Now we will take a look and discuss it. Let's click the Create Draft button. We clicked Create Draft, and we got a structured text that we will need to adjust. Of course, checking and adjusting is the basic rule: check and adjust. There is a corresponding notification about this. Check your text and adjust the description yourself after clicking Create Draft based on the documents provided. Let's see what happened. First, it describes what the legal text specialization is, where we briefly explain to the officer what field you are a professional in. This will give them general context for reviewing your case. Next, we have a step-by-step breakdown of each position you held in the company. Let's see. Here I have the position of a systems analyst at Diligence from 2018 to the present, and it's briefly described based on the information contained in the resume. We have text saying that as a systems analyst, Mr. Ivanov handled specific job responsibilities and implemented certain projects. Here you can expand and talk about some of your key projects and achievements you reached while holding this position. This is very important. It will allow the officer to immediately understand what results you have achieved in your professional field. You shouldn't make this description broad and extensive here, but some key facts about your work should be indicated. In the second paragraph, after you have described what you do and did during that time in a specific company, I recommend making a short one-paragraph description of that company. And so that you don't have to move from window to window or resort to additional tools, we have a button within the service that allows you to edit text using AI directly in the editor. What needs to be done for this? Select it specifically here. Yes, there is a recommendation on what needs to be done. You can highlight this text, click Improve with AI, and add. I'll take Sberbank. I'll find basic information about Sberbank on the internet. Well, this will be quite enough, I think. I'll highlight this part, copy it, and paste it here. We already have it. We just add this text here and click Improve. So, we got a one-paragraph text about Sberbank, also known as Spear, and so on. That is, we look key facts are described, and this information suits us perfectly. Next, I study the next position. The period of work and the corresponding text also needs to be inserted here. At the same time, perform similar actions, right? You highlight this text, click Improve with AI, give the corresponding prompt you want to use, describe the company in one paragraph, for example, insert the text in any format, click Improve, and get the finished result. Thus, we have a section dedicated to Ivan Ivanov's professional path. That is, the officer gets an understanding that the person has been working in this field for a certain amount of time and has certain results in the professional field in the specific positions where they worked. This concludes the description of the professional path. You can always add something yourself here. For example, I want to write some sort of conclusion for the officer to show the officer a summary of sorts. Therefore, I can highlight this text, write the word conclusion here, and formulate it. You can, among other things, write in Russian, which is also very convenient, and translate your text immediately into English right here. So, I will write conclusion. I'll do it like this. Improve with AI. All right. So that it doesn't invent too much text, we will paste this and that for it. And let's add it. Let's add it in English right away. Let's click Improve and look at the result. Excellent. A text appeared that suits me perfectly. We can use this text. Let's move on to the next part. Reminding you, be sure to click the Save button. The description is saved, and we move to the next block. This is the block about education. I'll call it My Education. I'll click Save. And let's upload documents confirming education. I have a diploma and its translation into English made in one file, so I'll upload it. You can upload them separately, or you can upload both the original and the English translation at once. I click Generate. In this case, that's all for me. But if you want to show the officer some additional certificates about your education, you can also upload them here by clicking the Add Document button. And Exhibit 2 will be formed within the Education block. I will finish the upload here, but if you want to tell them something extra, be sure to upload it. An important nuance: only uploaded documents related to education in the specific professional field you are proving to the officer. That is, if I'm a project manager, I am proving that I am a specialist in that specific field. Therefore, I upload documents confirming my education in project management or in the field of management. If I have additional certificates about learning how to ride a motorcycle, for example, then I certainly won't upload such certificates here. It overloads the officer. They have no need to study this additional information. So carefully filter out what is required, what you are providing, and what needs to be confirmed. On this, I will finish the upload. Our document has been uploaded. We see that this is the Specialist Diploma of Ivan Ivanov in the field of jurisprudence, again, related to legal tech. Well, following the already established path, we just click the Create Draft button and get a finished template that will need to be reworked. We received a small text dedicated to education. It didn't turn out very large or deep in this case, stating that Ivan Ivanov received a specific specialty. I would remove this, leave in jurisprudence, and that he received a diploma, and the examination committee awarded him the qualification of a lawyer. Here again, it is indicated what needs to be done. Insert a description of the educational institution here. In this case, it is the Peter the Great St. Petersburg Polytechnic University. So let's highlight this part. Improve with AI. And let's do the same as we did in the section dedicated to the professional path. Provide the text, click Improve, and get the finished result. That's it. We have the corresponding description of the university. Therefore, we save this part. And here are essentially 3 finished blocks in the small amount of time we dedicated to 3 sections: the cover letter, the professional path, and the section dedicated to education. Let's see what we have as a result. We have the cover letter, the professional path, and education. Let's go to the final preview page and see what we've got. So, we see that on the left, the applications we uploaded are displayed. And on the right, we have text for each block: professional path, cover letter, professional path, and the section dedicated to education. In my opinion, it turned out to be a very nice text with links to specific applications. Let's export what we've got and see how it looks in PDF format. We downloaded the case. And let's see what happens. Such a beautiful large heading. Cover letter. Page numbering is present. Excellent. So, the professional biography is described in the form we presented it, with the description of Sberbank that we created. And, by the way, yes, you can notice that there should be a part here dedicated to the description of the Luna Studio, but we didn't do it, so the placeholder remained here. Let's take a look. We have a list of exhibits. These are the applications we uploaded. And here is the first title page. We have Ivan Ivanov's resume. We have the specialist diploma that we uploaded. And these are the documents we received. That is, we received a finished, formatted case consisting of 3 parts. An important nuance: there is a Check Case for Errors button here. That is, after you have prepared, say, some part of the case, you can always go and click the Check Case for Errors button, and it will give you a list of errors and recommendations for fixing them. We will talk about this in the next video. Actually, the next part of our video will be dedicated to the first criterion. We will analyze the awards criterion, how to write it, and what should be presented. Be sure to subscribe to the channel so you don't miss the next videos. I hope you liked this video and found it useful. So, if you liked it, be sure to give it a like. It allows us to promote knowledge to the masses, and this information will definitely be useful to someone. To register on our service to write cases on your own, you can follow the link in the description. There you will also find your invitation invite. Thank you all, and I wish you success.